make sure captions work. I don't have the computer set up yet, but don't laugh. Anyway, here we go. Howdy, friends. Don't mind me. Welcome to the cooking stream in its new format. There's three. Unfortunately, this is how wide things are here. So, let me not eat shit and die. But let's get stuff set up. I'll double check and see, like, make sure stream's running, everything looks good, etc., etc. In a minute here, we have most of the things we need today. We have Senor Crockpot, aka Slow Cooker. Also on the screen you'll see Mr. Food Processor, very good friend of the stream. And that should be all we need. I will probably have to hop back and forth and still get some of the things that we need for the cooking stream. Mainly one stock pot and a couple of pans, but otherwise we should be in good shape. I'm gonna get this up in just a second here, and then I'll be able to check chat. Just give that a minute. It's old as fuck. Anyway, we have our stuff for barbacoa. Seasoning's back here. That's pretty much it. Then I have to grab the stuff. We'll make it work, okay? I'm doing the best with what I have, with what I can. It's all I can do. Almost up, chat. Almost up. Let's make this tea first of all. Okay, how do we sound? How do we look? Is everything okay? Is it acceptable? Do I look like a fucking asshole? I mean, the answer to the second one is yes. But, how we looking, how we sounding, everything good to go? We're using a whole bunch of different camera placements and the microphone's placed differently, so hopefully this works. Hopefully there's captions. Cool. Alright, excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright. What would we like to start with first? Do we want to do Sisig or Barbacoa? To me, it matters literally 0%, because it's still going to take the same amount of time either way. It's just a question of what we want to start with first. Okay, barbacoa first. Got it. Alright, in the meantime, I'm gonna bring these creatures over here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do some of the blending, like the food processing stuff over there. For some reason, this thing has a 2-foot cord. That's it. So I will have to, I'll put everything in here and then I'll blend it over there. So, we'll do the barbacoa first. This way on the counter. Someone tag Jim and make sure he's in here. This is his thing. Alright, so I'm gonna have to move the camera and then I'll have to move it back. But what we have today, big old chuck rolls. I'm trying to think if I need. No, I have my shitty pan. I have an intentionally shitty pan for this. Alright. That should actually help improve the lighting. Alright, so we have that. That's really all I'm going to need for right now. I might take the one side off of this because it's just getting in the way. Alright. Hey, what's up, monkey? Yeah. Okay, so we have this, and I have a pan. Once we get this done, yeah, I actually should get this done first, otherwise we have to wait. So, you can use most beef for this. I like something with a higher fat content because it just kind of works out better. So I went with a chuck roast. Now, this shit's real easy. Slow cooker, barbecue, dig a pit in your backyard, whatever. Alright, get yourself a good knife. Got a Sisig for this one. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this, and we're going to go 1-inch chunks. Also, if anyone for some reason wants to ping Logitech creators, now's a great time to do that. So, just basically, I'm cutting like 2 or 3 finger chunks off of this. Again, just make sure you're not cutting your fingies off. Nice sharp knife will do this. Can't really see it, but on the right side of the cart here, there's like a little hanger, and I have the strap hung up on it. I actually had to 3D print some hooks. Instead of buying them, it took me like 3 hours to print like 12 hooks, so now I have a bunch of shit hanging off the side of the cart, which is nice. These are a little bit bigger than that's closer to like 2 inches. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. With an Instant Pot, this will be different. I know some people try and Instant Pot this. Then cook times will vary. For me, I just have a standard slow cooker crock pot, or what you locally call it. And for me, at like low, it generally takes, I think like at minimum 4 hours. At most, like 6 or 7. Again, it depends on the size of this. Like if I'm making 5 pounds, obviously it's going to take me a bit longer, because everything kind of has to tenderize. And cut right through the middle of this fat chunk. Alright, at this point in time, it may become very smoky in your kitchen. Warning, that will happen. There will probably be lots of coughing and sneezing. That is okay. So, what I'm going to do here, this pan is going to go pretty much almost as high as possible. Being a chef is more than a full-time commitment, unfortunately. You are putting in a fuck ton of time. Like, legitimately. Ask Ninnies if he's still around. It is... You basically give your life to the kitchen. Find... Alright, so, we have that. First things I'm gonna get ready. You're definitely gonna need this. Crap ton of the dough bone. Other thing I wanna look for here is I'm gonna put see if I can get in here, a light coating of oil in the pan. Nothing super crazy, but I just want to get it down there. This will help brown things up. In fact, I just want like a light coating. I don't want this shit swimming in it. I just want a light coating on the pan. What's up, Chuck? Now, I have very nice quality knives. This is the Global G4. I think it's like 80 or 90 bucks on Amazon. It is the sharpest thing I've ever fucking used. Over here is the knife like reprofiler and sharpener, like for serious jobs. And then I have a very good strop, which is just probably the most simple thing on the face of the planet here. It's just a piece of wood with leather on it. Prettier and finer. Get that with a polishing compound. And I try and do it pretty much after every use, or at least every other use. And that really retains the sharpness of the blade, to be frank. Pull-through knife sharpeners are just trash because they're one size fits all, so not all knives are the same sharpness or degree of angle. This is a Japanese style knife, so it's a lot finer. Most of these are between 5 degrees and 15 degrees of like blade angle, whereas things like this or wider profile or American style knives are closer to about 20% or a 20 degree angle. Obviously, if you're trying to sharpen a 20 into a 5, you're gonna be there a while. Yes, always good knives. Yeah, ceramic knives are really sharp. You're horny on main. I need a squirt bottle so I can squirt you all from back here. Anyway, I have our slow cooker over here. There's nothing in it right now. That is intentional. So I'm just waiting for this pan to get nice and hot. It's starting to smell like hot oil. And hopefully you can hear this when it goes in. Nothing too crazy. But what I want to do is I want to get these starting to brown. I don't need anything crazy. I just want brown. And the goal is to not completely fill this place with smoke. We will accomplish one of two goals. The next thing, adobo, a lot of it. This is salt, pepper, garlic, onion, just get it in there. You need to get it in there. In fact, I'm going to start a handful right in the crock pot right away. Yeah, watch your cutting board with ceramic knives. I like them for small jobs. For big jobs, stainless steel only. Alright, so you don't have to cook this all the way through. You're just looking for browning. You're looking for the basic Maillard reaction. You want crispy, you want brown, you want just a little bit of color. So if you go to pull it off the pan, notice I have resistance here. It's not done yet. Leave it alone. It's not done yet. Leave it alone. Not done yet. That boy is just not colored enough. So there we go. We get like a little bit of basic color in there. For me personally, I would like a little bit of actual crisping on the outside, so I'm going to put it back. And again, that just might be because I don't have quite enough heat into it yet. This one's good. That's a sticky boy. There we go. Alright, so notice we're getting a little caramelization there, a little bit of browning, a little bit of crispy. That's what we're looking for. Now you want to do that with all four sides of this. I'm going to actually let that one sit a little bit. Now be warned, when you hit one of the fat sections on here, it's likely that you're going to get a lot of spitting, a lot of screaming in the pan. Don't worry, that's fine. You want that. That's good. That means the fat's rendering. It's cooking back into the actual edible meat portion. There we go. Everybody has rotated. This is good. Let's take our time. Once that's done, I can start working on the Sisig. Yo, Monkey coming in with Prime. 27 months, brother. How are you? Hope you're hungry. Yeah, no. Always keep your knives as sharp as humanly fucking possible. And if you treat every knife as sharp, you will have respect for them. The issue is with dull knives slip when you're cutting through stuff. Or they catch. Well, what happens when you're cutting something and all of a sudden it stops? You're gonna lose something. The other thing is, I'd much rather cut myself with a razor sharp knife because you'd be like, damn, that fucking sucks. Dull knives rip, tear, you get all sorts of scars, which is... Either way, Monkey, thank you for the support, brother. How are you? Coming through for dinner. We'll have Barbacoa ready in about 4 hours, maybe 5. The Sisig realistically should only take us plus or minus an hour. Alright, we got some movement on the pan. Again, you basically, once these things release themselves, they're good to go. Give them the old flip and rotate. You still driving truck, mate? I'm sorry. You still driving a lorry? Wicked, man. Stay safe out there. I assume y'all are probably extra busy because of the rail strikes as well. Also, I think for cooking streams, it might now be time to invest in, I don't know, getting a nice layout for it as opposed to our generic default. If anyone has any ideas, just toss them to me. So yeah, this is the coloration we want to start to see here. Especially on the back side. That fat's nice and gold, basically. That's where we want it to be. Yo, Killjoy coming through. Converting to T1. Super appreciated, Hemi. How are you tonight? Yeah, there we go. There's the good boy. Alright. When properly searing meat, this is what you're looking for. It's not burnt, but notice it's got that nice little brown shade across it. Perfect. Into the crock pot it goes. I'm going to rub these around in the adobo that I put there. No real need to drain them, because you're just putting fat back in. Right. Next batch in. I think it's hearing shit. Or see a little strip. That one's going to be a snacky bit. That's just go in the pan, flip a few seconds. Right into my belly. More like this. Perfect. Good. Very good, very nicely seasoned. Lots of bold, salty flavors. Yeah, no worries, Killjoy. Have a terrific night. We'll be back in, I'd say probably like 2 hours. 2 hours for community games, if you're around. If not, take care, dude. Thanks for the resub. Beautiful coloration on this. I've hit my stride. The other thing is the pan probably wasn't up to the correct temperature. Obviously you can tell it sounds quite different right now. I still would have really liked that package to come because I could have used it right about now. You know what's up, Kai? It is slutty alternative clear Redfield. So it's too fucking hot to wear pants. I'm going to be standing in front of boiling pots and pans for an hour straight. Yo, what's up, Cosmic? You swinging through for dinner, bud? If you leave now, the Sisig will be done when you get here. I need 4 of these bouillon cubes. We're going to half and half it on this. Next boy's in. Good enough for me. Gotta rinse that off then as well. I'm gonna give those a good stir real quick. Just kind of get the seasonings in. I want everyone to be nicely coated. Get some good adobo on there. Salt's gonna help penetrate and break it down, make it more tender. You probably could, yeah. Alright. I won't need this till much later, but because with the Sisig, we're going to actually be boiling the pork belly first. Now, I only made a little bit because, well, let's be frank, with all this food, do I really need to make an entire pork belly? No. So what I did was I bought a pork belly today. I sliced off like about a pound strip, a little bit less. I can't get pig ears, nor do I want to eat pig ears, and chicken liver is only available in like large quantities that I'm not going to eat that much of it. So what I will do is we'll go heavier on the mayonnaise and egg, and that should kind of help put things nice and done. All right, and perfect, just as the oil started to burn off. Cool. So, that's it. We're here with this. Those are all appropriately seasoned. I'm going to try and let that cool down a little bit. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is we are going to work on getting this set. Next thing I'm going to do, actually, is get these bouillon cubes in here. And yeah, you're supposed to fucking make it into beef broth first. I'm just going to toss them right in. And I'm just going to put some hot water in there. And I normally agitate shit as it cooks anyway. So they'll break down, they'll dissolve. There will be more beef broth. Yeah, I gotta get to it. I definitely have to get to it. We got Live Alive on the schedule. Hopefully, because FF6 shouldn't have too much more left to it. But I will start trucking through stuff as best as I can. Alright. So I have these cubes in here. Let's get this water pitcher filled up. Now, I happen to like my barbacoa quite spicy, but definitely flavorful. So, in goes the water. Just gonna leave it like that. And then those beef cubes will kind of bustle themselves down as we go through it. Now, for this, I'm just gonna put this whole fucking can in here. These are chipotles and adobo. They are chipotle peppers in an adobo sauce. It is very dark and evil looking, which is good. It's spicy. It just makes your poops hurt. Which is quite wonderful, really. That goes in there. The next thing I'm going to be looking for, I can't really super find it these days. There's Mexican oregano, but regular oregano will do. I'm going to dash in some cumin here as well. I like that kind of earthy taste. And we'll put a little bit over here on the beefy boards. Well. Now what I am going to do is I am going to unplug my tea kettle, which is dangerous, but are going to plug in the crock pot. I'm going to start getting some heat to this. This will also help these bouillon cubes dissolve. Well, alright, so the next thing on the list is my oregano. We're also going to hit this with a little bit of rage powder. That's the next task I have, is organizing this. So, quite a bit of oregano in there. I am so good, dude. I don't need it that spicy. More adobo. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble the food processor. I'm going to have to put it in the back corner here. Getting everything to line up properly is always a bit of a hassle. I will have to get some lime juice. Sprinkle that in there when we're done. So in actuality, I'm not going to plug in the crock pot right away. What I am going to do is get this over here. Hopefully this is all plugged in, ready to go. I might have to finesse the blade a little bit. But I'm just going to food process this. I want it to be like a bit of a slurry. There we go. Perfect. So, very carefully, I'm going to take some beef stock here, and I'm going to add it into this, and that'll help emulsify everything in here. and that should be good. So I'm going to take this now and just kind of give it the old pour over. And it is very, very dark red. Obviously, it's just a bunch of emulsified peppers. And take a little bit of this beef stock, pour it in here, give it the old swirl, because I want to get everybody out. Blade, and shake. Alright, so, put that there. Just remember to be careful. Take a little bit more here to also kind of try and rinse this out. And I will take wooden spatula. Actually, we did a pretty good job there, so that's pretty alright. I think that was a pretty good throw-through. And then I'm just going to give this a good old stir, because I want everyone to be hanging around in this nice red soup concoction. I wanted to put in a little bit of garlic, but I will add some lime juice in here. Definitely want to make sure everyone's nice and coated. Like I said, there's those beef broth cubes in there, and they'll, as they get deeper, they will they'll dissolve and become more beefy. All right, so broth on there. Shit happens. I'll check back with chat in a second, but you should have a crock pot that looking like this. I'm not sure how zoomed in we can get, but basically you want the liquid to be just under the top of it. So, it's going to get plugged back in and put on low and left there for some time. That's it. Congratulations, Barbacoa. Add more flavors if you want, but that should be pretty okay. What's up, Jake? Good to see you. Good to see you. But for now, I'm going to put this away. I'll have to double check our Sisig recipe, but I believe it's time to start that. Okay. I'm going to move this knife well out of the way of my hands, feet, arms, and legs. This, and then get flipped into its little home. Alright, that's that. Easily taken care of. I now need to stop it. Stock pot. The other thing that needs to come out of the fridge here is a pork belly. Like I said, not too much of it. I guess I'll grab my egg, mayonnaise as well. Looks good enough, right? So fucking hot in here. I'm so glad I don't drink anymore, otherwise it's a disaster. Alright, take care, yeah, we'll be in the Discord. But hopefully it's a good race, and hopefully everything goes okay. Alright. So, as far as I gather, Sisig is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to boil it, throw it in a hot pan, mince it. Should be pretty damn simple. A reminder, the cooking boats for next month are now officially open as well. I did not get a red onion. That's okay. We'll be fine here. Okay, so I'm going to do traditional style. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this bad boy boiling. So the important thing generally when working with highly fatty products, especially pork, like when I make stock and I use hooves or ears, is as you're boiling it, you'll get like this weird floaty scummy business on it. And you need to scoop that off. That shit is gnarly. It tastes awful, and it is just bad. Absolute knotters. So, how is everyone? What's up, Enjo? Welcome back, Dan. Yeah. Why is it every cosplay that I have is multiple layers and very non-breathable? I'm not wearing a wig. I'm going to be standing in front of boiling water for another hour until this is all over. I have no desire, especially with a headache. Also, Shelby's not here to help me with it, and I'm not trying to do it solo. It's not nasty, it's just a lot. No, it's not from Guardians of the Galaxy, it's fucking Claire Redfield. Fucking watching comic book movies as an adult, grow up. Alright. I will save this pan for later. I'm just going to bring everything back into it. So this is going to go on high. And I'm going to wait for it to boil. I'm going to slather that bad boy in. One thing I can do, actually, though, if I really... it's going to boil off anyway. Fuck it. I thought it was going to be cute. I think once we get the Sisig done, I'll put it on here and we can zoom in and make it all nice looking as best as possible. Hopefully. Alright, any questions, concerns so far? Can I help you, Ondor? You can still get through there. I know, you're very confused. Here. Is that better? He hasn't figured out how to get through yet. There's literally tons of room underneath here. Like, it's like this wide. You can very easily fit through. See? Yeah, there you are. What, you want to say hi to everybody? Are you a big boy? Yes, you are. See? Not so terrifying now, is it? Have you cooked Sisig before, Jake? Or, like, are you Pinoy? Because if you have any suggestions, like, I'm here for it. I didn't grab chicken livers because the only way I can get them is in multiple pounds. I'm not gonna fucking... I don't need multiple pounds of chicken liver for one dish. Same thing with pig ears. So I just have pork belly. I'm gonna add the egg. I'm sure I could get some of that kind of moisture and flavor from other things. So I don't have calamari. The only place that I could check, I just didn't get out there this week, unfortunately. But I will check tomorrow on my way home, just to have it for shits and giggles. I do... I do have, oh god, ponzu, which I think will be interesting to kick up the flavor. Because it's a little bit of yuzu. I'll hit the lemon, obviously, but there will be yuzu and a little bit of more umami. And I was thinking maybe some MSG just as background to kind of make it pop. Okay. No worries, no worries. But how do we like the new setup? Is this much nicer? Ondor! Enough! Stop it! You're fucking pulling up the carpet next to a scratching pad. Never getting my security deposit back. fucking hate this cat. He's the worst financial decision I have ever made in my life. Legitimately. He has cost me literally thousands of dollars. Sour citrus would be very fine. Okay, okay. Hey, what's up, Trip? Good to see you. Well, we're about to boil some pork belly for about 30 minutes, so we gonna have some discussions. I don't have anything at this point in time, really. I'm just gonna boil off this pork belly, skim the scum, and then we will transfer it to a pan. We'll get it nice and seared up, give it the old chaparooski, and I think I'll finish it. I'll dump it back in the pan to finish it and mix everything in. Nice, nice. We're making barbacoa in the slow cooker. It's chilling back there already. And then this is going to be sisig. Well, Americanized sisig, because most Americans don't eat pig ears or chicken livers. Me, I don't mind it. It's just I wasn't able to get it in any kind of quantity that wasn't pounds. So, unfortunately. Also, shoutouts to our friends over at Elements, by the way, and Between Two Gays. Fabulous tea. Thank you. Barbacoa is really good. Especially, like, I make the burger. I can't go dig a fucking hole in the ground out there. So, unfortunately, that, you know, I have to use the slow cooker recipe, but it's not bad. You just take some kind of fattier roast, you know, kind of roast beef. Just literally throw it in some beef and pepper kind of juice and just let it do its thing until tender. Actually, I have an idea. What I have here is some dried shiitake mushrooms. Now what they're going to do is add a little bit of funk to this water, which is good, because chicken livers are funky. So what we're going to do with those is those will reconstitute and add a little umami to the broth. What I'm also going to do is visit our friend here in the MSG department. Put a little bit of that in there. So we'll have a little bit of umami flavor in the background for this pork, and I am fucking sweating. I will put this back on when it matters, but like, you need ginger powder. Oh, this is ginger root, even better. The difference, you ask? This has way more kick than ginger powder. Very fucking, like, almost to the point of, like, it's spicy. There's no other word for it. It is spicy. MSG is really good. Americans are the reason why MSG is so vilified. Monosodium glutamate is a naturally occurring compound, and it is delicious and responsible for a lot of flavor. In moderation, it's not bad. In fact, you know, as long as you're not pounding it, it's fairly good for you. It's not fairly good for you. You know, there aren't many negative, you know, side effects attached to it. Either way. Alright, cool. We're getting some boiling action. So, just gonna take our nice pork belly here. I cut a nice slice of it up earlier. Lots of fat in between it. The skin and fat, very tender looking. So a very nice specimen, and that's just gonna live in there for about 30 minutes. Cool. Cool. I mean, it's a universal terminology that goes by many names. I believe umami is the Japanese version, and that's like the one I'm familiar with. But it's that kind of earthy, unctuous flavor that's very difficult to describe. Like, if you've ever had uni or sea urchin, it's very salty, robust kind of flavor. Like a good miso broth. Earthy, kind of salty, kind of... It just has that kind of a pop of flavor that is really a lot of times what makes cooking so unique. I'm gonna give this a swirl every once in a while. It's already starting to blanch off. And the thing is, I don't honestly want all that fat. Part of this is some of the fat's going to break away a bit as you apply heat to it and boil it. That's okay. Generally, boiling meats is not my go-to. If you would like to have the most blandest, horrible textured and flavored protein, just boil that bitch. But this will help kind of break down a lot of it. Pork belly is very, very fatty, obviously. Well, for some people, not for me. But you know, we want to break it down so then I can bring it back here. Give it the old chopperooski. Flip this over so we have beef on this side. We'll have pork on this side. But yeah, at this point, we're just gonna, I'm gonna be sitting here for about 30 minutes. So if you have any questions about cooking, about the stream, about anything else, now's the time to fucking shoot your shot, kids. Because I ain't got nothing to do but stir and look pretty on camera. Maybe practice some yoga poses. Can I get it over my head? Oh, I can. Sore. Little sore after yesterday. My back started hurting. But otherwise, we A-okay. Yeah, basically, that's it. I'm here to, answer cooking questions and shit for now, so. In the future, I think I might bring, a power strip out here so I can plug these two things in here, the microphone and the camera. And then if, I end up with a decent laptop one of these days, I can have that and then probably use that to remote into my other PC and control, the, Stream Deck from there, which would be really cool. The other thing would be a decent wireless fucking microphone, because that would eliminate the point of that and free up power outlets. Alright. Time for a stir and swirl. So far, no scummy bits, which is good. I'm okay with that. I've been working out 5 days a week for fucking 4 years straight. Yes. Plus now yoga 2 days a week on top of it all, so. One day a week being hot yoga. Cool. Alright, so we'll have mayo, have egg. I'll have to hop over at some point to get a lemon. That's 30 minutes in the future at minimum. Now the good thing, so what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to I'm going to reuse this pan. To be honest, I know it's beef, but whatever, it'll just add more flavor to it. There's already fats, there's already oils in that, so why not reuse it? Especially with a dish that we're going to need to add a little bit of fattiness to. After we boiled some of it away, I see some scum here. I'm not sure if it's going to transfer well to this camera. See how that's kind of grayish and bubbly at the end of the spoon? That's the shit I don't want to eat. Because that's gross. That's like the inedible yuckiness. If you've ever made like ramen broth from like pig's feet, like I do, that gets the kind of like mucky flavor out. And that's what kind of makes the broth kind of crappy looking. I love MSG, dude. It's super handy. It's super handy. Don't go overboard with it, but it is something you should not be afraid of. Obviously, unless your physician tells you that you should be afraid of it. But to be honest, the whole like scare about MSG is rooted in anti-Asian sentiment within the U.S. So, U.S. being racist? What? A shocker for some. We don't have a long and storied history of that shit. I think I'm gonna do the onions and the grilling at the same time, and just kind of let everybody slip together, you know. Alright, nothing crazy. Hey, what's up, Spray Tag? We are making today some Sisig, an Americanized version of Sisig, and I have the Barbacoa already. Well, it's not done yet, but it's cooking in the crock pot. It'll be done probably at like midnight, 4 hours from now. Alright, give it the old swirl and scoop here. How are you today, brother? Spray Tag. It actually smells really good. It's starting to have that like kind of porky smell, and it has that very kind of woody, unctuous smell of talking mushrooms that you put in there as well. It depends. I'm a big fan of almond and cashew butter if you can find it. Cashew butter is a little bit more expensive. I like the taste of cashews better than nuts. Ugh. Nah, this is Celador. Exclamation point Celador. Dude's music's great. That's very warm against my back. Alright, check the clock. We still got about 15-20 minutes on this. Chop it up real nice and good. I might chop up the shiitake too. About 5-10 minutes, I'll grab an onion. We'll chop that bad boy up and get it ready to go. Yeah. I wish you were cute, and like I'd almost be okay with you jumping up on this, but you're a fucking natural disaster, and I'd rather you not. Leave it alone. He's all goofed up on cat. You're not sneaky. I'm literally sitting here watching. Ondor. Enough. Too terrible listener. Oh, it's all good, Yo, there you go. We're still waiting on the Sisig, the pork belly, to kind of clarify itself a bit. And we'll toss some hot cam. You can always hit it back with a little bit of like meat stock if you have any, just kind of floating around, Chuck. Yeah, it's starting to infiltrate a bit. Good. It's been a while since we've done like a dessert stream. I think the last one was maybe like apple turnovers. Unless you count dango. I don't know what that counts as. Like a dessert, right? Bullion cubes are your best friend. Or packets. Fuck, I wish I would have thought this through. I probably could have used the food processor. And kind of literally ground this pork belly up. That would have been a smart move, huh? Next attempt. I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking about it. I've gotten in much better shape since last year. I'm definitely a bit more queer. I'm definitely a bit more older. My hair is a different color. My hair is much longer. Alright, this shouldn't need, honestly, too much longer. I'm gonna hop over, get an onion. We'll dice that up real nice. And we'll go from there. Again, I think this recipe calls for like red onion. I'm not a huge red onion fan, so we're just gonna use a simple cooking onion. Yeah, barbacoa is in the slow cooker. Alright, onions time. What's up, Derek? I might run it through the grinder real quick. I'm thinking about it. We'll see how good my fucking mic. That's okay. One day soon we'll share this grace. Oh, a little sticky there today, I guess. Alright, let's pull some things out of here. That'll need a minute or two to cool. Got a mushroom too. Get those. I'll slice those up too. I'll check in on chat just a second. Yeah. Alright, so we got some mincing to do. Hey, sounds good, Sunday. Feel better. I will literally eat anything, Derek. It's generally my chat that makes me have the, makes me eat the same shit over and over again. But, you know, they contribute, they have the final say. Will I give them shit relentlessly for it? Absolutely. Definitely smells like pork. These might be a bit big. Wise. I'll just give it the old crusher when I'm done here. Just a little bit too hot to handle yet. Again, this might be better served going through like the meat grinder. It's coming together, though. Slowly but surely, we're coming together. I do need to reprofile this cleaver in a little bit, though. Just something I've been putting off, because it's going to be a fucking full day worth of work here. Alright, so we're not looking ground, but we're definitely looking mincy, eh? Yo, what's up, Barrow? How are you? Hope you're doing well, friend. We're just working on this pork belly here, getting it ready for Sisig. Hope you've been well, friend. You just moved, didn't you? Or you're in the process of moving? Hopefully that's all working out for you. I know like half the country's been experiencing really shitty weather, so... There we go. That's looking a bit more fine and minced. Alright. Pass me oil, MSG. I think I have. Yeah, I know where this is. I have a little bit of Szechuan peppercorn oil to add a little kick to this. But put some heat back in this. We get the onions and the boys simmering. Yo, what's up, Kuma? Almost unpacking for your mood tomorrow. Safe travels, obviously. Be well, be safe. Little ginger root in there, that'll give it that kick. Still got my egg over here, I got my mayonnaise. Yo, what's up, Luke? Oh, I've had that knife for a while. It was like one of the first gifts Shelby gave me. Yeah, I'm gonna do some community stuff after this. I didn't think this would come together as quick as it did. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I had what is arguably one of the worst Final Fantasy 15 runs I've ever kind of fucking endured through today. It was not a great time, but we did it anyway. Alright, good enough. Get on in. Alright, here's our soy ponzu. I forgot what lemon from the fridge. This is such a pain in the ass. I should have grabbed plates so I could plate this shit. Oh well. It's starting to smell really good, which is nice. It definitely is going to need some time to kind of cook down, render the fat, get some color into it. I have my mayonnaise ready. Got my lemon ready. Anyway, hope y'all hungry. Fucking starving. Had a couple slices of a flatbread pizza 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Alright, I'm just waiting for this to pretty much crisp up. A little bit. It definitely needs color, that's for damn sure. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Anyway, who's coming over? Who's coming over for dinner? There we go. Starting to get that color. Gonna make a personal embellishment here, add a little sriracha. I think this would be good with onion. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. There's the scent I'm looking for. Half a lemon. Woo! There we go. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Now we just let that egg cook and it's good to go. That is pretty good. Like, that's exactly where I think it needs to be. A little bit of kick, a little bit of heat, nice textures. Citrusy, zesty. If I do this right, I should be able to transfer it onto one plate. Oh, it did. Nice, I did accidentally slice myself open on this. Just waiting for that egg to cook. Just waiting for the egg to cook. I mean, what kind of question is that? I don't know if I'll be able to get this all out in one go. We'll give it a fucking shot. Bringing back a friend from earlier. That'll help steam the egg. I've never been one of the cool kids. Not who I am. Man, that egg still don't want to cook. There we go. Apply directly to the forehead. Alright. Don't think we're gonna get it all out unexcavated here with one fell swoop. Unfortunate. Nope. Won't serve. Close though. Not the prettiest plate, but there. That appears to be Sisig. Alright, here it is, chap. One finished dish of Sisig. If anyone wants to clip that, that'd be terrific. We'll do a second shot too. I'll give you all a close-up. That's the good one. This is gonna be one hell of a fucking cleanup operation and rearrangement, but hey, it's worth it. I like it. This looks way more professional. Of course, it's a lot more work for me, but whatever. You know, it's about the quality of the stream. Oh, fuck. There we go. Well, let's give it a shot. I mean, it's basically egg and pork belly and onion and mushroom and soy sauce and ponzu. Of course this is gonna be fucking good. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is fucking delicious. Done. Citrusy. A little bit of chewy, a little bit of crunchy. Ginger really kicks it. Mayonnaise makes it creamy and crisp up a bit. I do think the addition of the little bit of sriracha to give it a kick definitely helps. No, I didn't make rice on the side. Where am I gonna put it? Doing Claire Redfield Hell Edition. See, I hung up the jacket. It's way too fucking hot here. Yeah, you here. My brain kind of shut down on this one halfway through. You're supposed to have red pepper flakes in it. There you go. And I think traditionally it's supposed to be red onion, but I'm not a tremendous red onion fan. Leave that for the pod. Alright, so chick. We're done. That's it. That's gonna sit for 3 or 4 more hours before I can eat it. I'll send you all nice pictures of it. Oh no, it's totally fine. If I fuck up a recipe, just let me know. This one I just kind of got in the groove and like kind of like if I don't have the exact ingredients for a recipe, I kind of float around it to try and get like either the texture or the taste kind of in line with what it should be. And I just kind of do my best. That's very delicious. Very good. Think spicy Asian breakfast. That's literally what this is. Or at least what I made it into. Excuse me. If that did what I think it did, I have a very serious problem. I have a very large bottle of cyanoacrylate, and it was on its side. Very concerned. But yeah, it's pork belly, bacon, egg, onion. The only thing that's different is there's like a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of ginger. Alright. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand here like a fucking asshole for a couple more minutes. Answer some questions, and then we'll start putting stuff away and breaking stuff down. And then I guess it'll be community game night. If y'all want to golf with me, if no one fucking shows up, I don't know, just do more speedruns or something. I don't know what my life is. Yeah, good spicy pork. Spicy pork, always good. It was fucking hot in here. Like, if I can get everything locked, like, I normally don't fuck with shit and just make it traditional. No chicken livers, no pig ears, so I can make it your own. Like, from the ingredients, pork belly, fatty, mayonnaise, fatty, egg, fatty. I know the texture is going to be creamy, and it's supposed to be citrus. It's good. I'll add a little spice. Boom, perfect. Spicy citrus pork. Who doesn't like that, you know? Yeah, exactly, dude. Alright. Last chance for questions. I'll hit the marker and then I'm just gonna start breaking shit down. Y'all wanna see how much it takes to get things back together? Alright, fuck it. We'll call it here. We'll do the breakdown. Thank you so much for voting for Subside Cooking. This has been, FEMBOY FEASTS, July Part 2, Sisig, and Barbacoa. We'll post pictures of Barbacoa later. But for now, let's get ready for some community games. I'll break down and I'll push the camera back and show you how ridiculous this shit is. But thank you for the support. Y'all are terrific. Like, I really, really, really do appreciate it. Hey, voting's open for August. Let's fucking go, baby. Alright, friendos. I'm back over at the actual. Hopefully.